Well, for an analysis of the current development in Sudan's leadership, I am now being joined via Skype by Abayomi Azikwe, who is the editor of Pan-African News Wire. Thank you for joining us on the news. Now, with the situation in Sudan, is a military takeover the appropriate response to the situation there?
Obviously not. The people who have been demonstrating now for 4 months are not satisfied that the general, Ibn Auf, announced yesterday the establishment of a transitional military council. He also abolished the Constitution of the Republic of Sudan. He announced that there would be a 2-year transition period before any multi-party elections were held. People feel this is just a maneuver to put a new face or a new figurehead on the same National Congress Party government in Sudan.
Now, the people have defied the curfew that was put in place by the military. How far do you think they can go in protecting the revolution they intend to begin, because they are demanding for a civilian government?
Well, it depends on the correlation of forces, particularly in the capital of Khartoum. If the Sudan Professional Association and the Alliance for Freedom and Change is able to maintain its unity, it would be very difficult for this military council to gain legitimacy among broad segments of the population. The Sudanese military is a very strong institution, perhaps the strongest in Sudanese society. So the only way they can be matched is with the unity of these various groups that have come together over the last 4 months to engage in mass demonstrations, strikes, and civil disobedience. President al-Bashir, it is said, has agreed to step down. However, with the 3 military personalities who have been identified as part of this transitional military council over the last 2 days, they are well-known people. They are people who are very close to President al-Bashir. In fact, Mr. Ibn Auf had already been designated as the successor of President Omar Hassan al-Bashir. So therefore, there's still an extreme amount of concern and trepidation on the part of the demonstrators. They want fundamental change in Sudan, but it still remains to be seen.
All right, I have to cut in now. One other aspect is the aspect of bringing the President al-Bashir to justice, and the military saying the president will be tried by the country's judicial system. Do you think that the system can actually bring him to justice?
Well, here again, it depends on the amount of opposition that is sustainable inside the country. It does not appear at this point where you have people who are so close to the president would be willing to put him on trial. The question is, what is he going to be tried for? I mean, there has been repression over the last 4 months. Several dozen people have died in clashes with the security forces inside the country. There's a question of corruption and mismanagement of the national economy. But the economic problems in the country are a large result of the overall international situation for the emerging oil-producing states in Africa.
All right, Abayomi Azikwe, editor, Pan-African News Wire, thank you for your contribution on the news.